Away. Just put it away. Oh, there, easy, girl. Hey.
Hey.
What are you up to?
Who, me?
Come on, what do you got there?
Nothing.
It looks like something to me.
Here. It's a present.
For me?
It's not. It's for Katie. Open it. You like it?
Yeah, but...
Try it on.
Now?
Sure, it'll look real nice on you. Gotta make sure it fits. Tom consent, I could take it back if it don't.
Well, excuse us.
Didn't know you was busy, kid. This ain't what it looks like.
Don't look like nothing to me. Look like something to you, Cody.
No, don't look like nothing.
Louise, there's someone here to see you.
Hello, Louise.
Charlotte. What are you doing here?
I'm sorry to arrive unannounced like this, but I just got in town and I couldn't wait to see you. Louise and I go back a long ways.
Charlotte, why don't you and I go for a little walk? What are you doing here, Charlotte?
Well, remember that dress shop we always used to talk about?
Yeah? Sort of. I mean, that was a long time ago.
Not to me. I saved up some money. And from what I've seen, I'd say Rock Creek could sure use a place like Charlotte and Louise's Fashion Emporium, don't you?
What?
Or Louise and Charlotte's, if you like. I'm not particular. Those fine ladies will never look down their nose at me again. It's so good to see you. You used to have such beautiful long hair. What happened to it?
Cut it off a long time ago. The company fired me if they knew I was a girl.
That's terrible.
Not so bad. What about Wicks?
What about him?
He let you go?
Didn't have a choice. Had his henchmen beat up on the wrong man. Me and the girls gave him a beautiful funeral. It was the best party St. Joe's seen in years.
Well, you must be tired.
Yeah, I suppose I could do with some freshening up. I was wondering if...
Don't worry. Hotel's real nice. I'll take your bag.
Hello, Lou.
Otis, got any rooms?
Depends. What size bed you need?
A single will do just fine. It's for the lady.
Oh, I think we've got something. Will you be staying long?
I certainly hope so.
All right. Room 12, sign here. Third door on the left.
Thank you very much.
Excuse me, young man, but you look exhausted. Why don't you let me take that?
I can handle it.
No, really, please. Travis McKay, at your service. Seems like we're going to be neighbors.
Charlotte Rowan. And this is...
Lou McLeod. I'm her cousin.
I'm very honored to make your acquaintance.
I'd better get back.
You all right? You hardly ate a thing at supper.
Yeah, and hungry is all.
You're gonna waste away to nothing. Nothing but skin and bones.
Stop it.
Of course, it's nice skin and bones.
I said stop it.
What's wrong?
Ain't in the mood to be tickled, that's all.
Well, you were this morning, till that lady got here. Who is she, anyway?
Kid, please.
All right. Never mind.
Well, I gotta get going now. See, some people are gonna be wondering about me. I bandaged up those wounds for you. You get some rest and be up to traveling in no time. I also left you some food and plenty of water. So, I best be going. You're gonna be just fine. I gotta figure some of your people will be around this way soon.
What'd she look like?
Let's see. She had brown hair, green eyes, pretty dress, real head turn. She carried an old beat-up carpet bag.
Where'd you take her?
She gave me one of them, too. Told me to forget I'd ever seen her.
Well, maybe this one will help you remember.
I left her off at Rock Creek. Hell of a town, Mr. Wicks.
Mr. McLeod? Travis McKay from the hotel. The desk clerk told me that you worked here.
What can I do for you, Mr. McKay?
I'm terribly sorry to disturb you at your place of employment, but there's a personal matter of some delicacy I wish to discuss with you. It concerns your cousin, Miss Rowan.
What about her?
Don't suppose I need to tell you what a fine woman she is. Since you seem to be her closest relative, I thought, well, it's only proper that I announce my intentions.
Intentions?
I wish to court her, Mr. McLeod, if you don't have any objections.
Well, I wouldn't, but I think she'll be leaving town soon.
Well, then perhaps I could take you both to supper before she goes.
Well, I guess that would be all right.
Thanks. I want you to know I deeply appreciate this.
Good. You're awake. You hungry? Now, wait. Take it easy there before you start bleeding again. A hell of a time stopping it last time. Not your enemy. Yeah. You wouldn't happen to speak English, would you? No, I didn't think so. Look, I'm Hickok. My name is Hickok. Mach Piasha. Well, how about I just call you Bill? I got an uncle named Bill. He's ornery, he's a polecat. You kind of remind me of him. So where are you from? You're home, you know? Where's your home? Where's your home? Across the river? Up in the high country?
Here, Shijaga. Ini op Tawahi.
Oh.
Hi. Hi. You all right? Yeah. Lou, who is Charlotte? Someone I used to know.
She's a prostitute, isn't she?
How'd you know?
I've been around longer than you, seen different things.
I'd be so sure about that.
I would. You ashamed of having her for a friend?
Of course not. Just... I don't know.
Louise, I know how something like that can happen to a woman, and it ain't always her fault.
Yeah. Well, most folks don't see it that way.
Well, that's their problem, isn't it? Well, I'll tell you the truth, I don't take much with it myself, but it ain't easy for a woman on her own out here. As long as she respects herself, doesn't harm anyone, that's all that matters, not what other people think.
Thank you, Mr. Branch.
My pleasure.
Well, partner, what do you think? I know it doesn't look like much now, but with a little work.
What are you talking about?
Our new store, silly. I just told Mr. Branch we'd take it, and I've saved up enough money so rent won't be a problem at all.
Charlotte, I never agreed to this.
Well, then, I guess I'll just have to go it alone.
Charlotte, you can't stay here.
Why not?
You just can't, that's all.
You know, there used to be a look that would come over people's faces when they'd see me in the street. After a while, I got used to it. It didn't bother me so much. When I saw you come out of that barn yesterday, you had that same look on your face. Kind of took me by surprise. I never expected it from you.
I'm sorry, Charlotte. I just meant that...
I know what you meant. Now, you listen to me. I want to forget the past as much as you do, probably more. All I'm asking for is a chance to start fresh, to make a new life for myself, a good life, like you did. Now, if you don't want to be my partner, that's fine. I'll do it myself. All I'm asking for is a chance, Louise. I think you owe me that much.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Well, then we'll speak no more about it. Now, come on, I want to show you my new dress. Travis has invited us to dinner. You're going to be our chaperone. You know, Travis is a fairly important man, being a banker and all. Do you know what I like about him most? He reminds me of a little boy.
I know what you mean.
Is that you, Miss Charlotte? Hot damn. I must have died and gone to heaven.
I'm sorry, but I don't believe I know you.
What you talking about? It's me, Charlie Frank. Come on, you know me. I used to be one of your best customers. Till my wife found out. Of course, she's not my wife anymore.
Just get out of here, Charlotte.
You must have mistaken me for someone else. Now, if you'll excuse us.
A man don't forget the best loving he ever had. I'll prove it to you, too.
Listen, mister. If the lady says she's never seen you before, she's never seen you before, understand? Good. Now get out of here and don't you bother her again. Come on, Charlotte.
All right there, Bill. Hang in there.
Hope you know who to use this on. Hold on, you're gonna be all right. Let's just take a look. Oh, good. It's all right, hang in there. Hang in there.
Miss Rowan, I hope I'm not bothering you.
No, not at all. You're the one they call the kid, right?
That's right.
Would you like to come in?
Thank you.
So, what can I do for you?
I don't know exactly how to say this.
Just spit it out. That's the best way I know.
Okay, it's about Lou. Now, I don't mean to pry or anything, but ever since you got here, she hasn't been herself. I was wondering if you could...
Tell you what it is about me that troubles her so much?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you should ask her.
I did, but she doesn't want to talk about it.
Well, then I don't think I should either, do you?
I guess not.
What are you doing here, kid?
You wouldn't tell me what was wrong, so...
Get out.
Lou, I didn't...
I said get out.
Don't you think you're being a little hard on him?
It's my problem, not yours.
If you ask me, you're lucky.
Yeah? What for?
To have someone who cares so much. Come on. Travis is going to be waiting for us.
I don't know about you, but I couldn't eat another bite.
Next time you'll have to try some home cooking.
Oh, excuse me. Seem to left my cigar case back inside. Don't go away.
Feeling better?
He's a nice man.
You know, I didn't think it was possible, but I believe I'm falling in love. Charlotte, you hardly know him. I know he's considerate and shy, romantic, kind of clumsy. What's not to love?
I don't know. Don't you think you're rushing things a little?
Louise, I've dreamed about being with someone like him for a long time, settling down, having a normal life like anyone else. There's nothing wrong with that, is there?
Sometimes these things are more trouble than they're worth. Care for a cigar, Lou?
No thanks. I gotta get back to the station. Thanks again for supper.
Oh. It is an uncommonly beautiful day, Miss Rowan. Would a stroll through the streets of our fair city meet with your approval?
That would suit me just fine, Mr. McKay.
Charlotte, you gotta come with me right now.
What's wrong?
Family business, no time to explain.
Lou, what? What are you doing?
Wicks isn't dead. He's here. I just saw him go into the saloon.
How did he find me?
I don't know, but I got a feeling you led him here. Now, what's he want, and don't you lie to me.
I stole his money. I only took what was coming to me. It's nothing compared to what he made off of me all those years. You know what he's like, Louise. I couldn't live like that anymore. Now, I helped you, and you've got to help me now. Please, I'll do whatever you say. I can't go back there.
I'll get a couple of horses. Wait here. It'll just take a minute.
I'm glad you've come to your senses. We'll leave in the morning.
I'm not coming back. I'm never coming back.
I don't think that's your choice. You stole some money from me, and I got a warrant for your arrest. So, why don't you take me to it, and then we'll go home.
What the hell?
Don't move, either of you.
She's crazy. She's just crazy, that's all.
Charlotte? Oh, my God. I'm telling you, Teaspoon, if he didn't do it, he drove her to it. Either way, he killed her. You got to arrest him.
As soon as I find him, I'll talk to him. But you got to know there was another fella there. She took his gun and shot herself. Said she was acting crazy. Said nobody made her do nothing.
Charlotte told me that he was after her. Said she had some money he thought was his and that he'd do anything to get it back.
Who is this Wicks fella anyway?
Someone she used to know.
You know him too? Louise, there's something you ain't telling me. What is it?
Nothing that matters.
Why don't you let me be the judge of that?
Sorry, Teaspoon.
How the hell can I help you if you won't tell me what you know?
Because I can't, all right?
Women.
A few more days to tote the weary load in my old Kentucky home.
What? Jaya, Yaduan.
Well, if you don't like it, you try it. All right, you can sing. Even if the words are funny.
She was beautiful, wasn't she?
Yeah.
That woman had more heart, more spirit. Excuse me.
Do you know him, Lou?
I used to.
Excuse me. Look, I know it's a terrible time, but Miss Rowan was a friend of the family. I was just wondering if you know who that young fella is over there.
That's Charlotte's cousin, Lou.
Lou. Thanks.
Rachel.
Hi. I think I'll go change out of these clothes.
Lou? Otis brought her things over from the hotel. I'm sorry I went to see Charlotte. I had no call prying into your life like that.
Why'd you do it, kid? What'd you think you'd find out?
I don't know. Why her showing up upset you so much, I guess.
Wasn't her. She was my friend.
Lou, I don't want to crowd you. I really don't. I just care about you is all.
I know.
Can't help wanting to know more.
Kid? Don't go.
I'm not going anywhere.
You're all grown up, Louise.
Louise. Bad dreams?
What are you doing up?
Same as you, I guess. Care to join me? That man at the funeral. Who is he?
His name's Wicks.
Come here. It's all right. You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to.
I don't know. Maybe it's time I did. After I left the orphanage, I ended up in St. Joe, and it was a bad winter, and I needed a job, and Wick said he'd give me one. He took me to a house, and there were a bunch of ladies living there. But Charlotte was the only one who was nice to me. They gave me a job doing laundry, and it was a while before I figured out what kind of place it was.
What'd he do to you, Louise?
one night, about a year later, he came into my room.
It's all right. It wasn't your fault.
Morning after it happened, Charlotte snuck me out of there, and she got me a ticket for the stage to St. Louis, and after I got there, I cut off all my hair, started dressing like a boy. Figured it was safer that way.
Probably was.
You know, I never thanked her. I don't care who pulled the trigger. Wicks killed her, Rachel.
Nobody can blame you for hating him.
I've always been too ashamed to tell anybody what he did to me.
You told me. That's a start.
Before I ran into you, I was planning on doing a little fishing. When you heal up, maybe we can go. Sound good to you?
Hold on to him, Bill!
You all right? Oh, fishing trip is sounding better and better to me.
Fish and...
Yeah, fishing. Come on, let's get you up. Come on.
Excuse me. I don't mean to bother you, but, I was a friend of Miss Rowan's. I'm looking for a Lou McLeod.
He's out on a ride. He'll be back soon.
Oh, good. Good. Thanks. I'll be back. You should have changed your name. Drop the gun, Louise. You know, I thought there was something familiar about you. But I gotta tell you, that disguise does not become you.
What do you want?
Your friend Charlotte stole some money from me. And I've come to retrieve it.
Go to hell.
Shouldn't Lou have been back by now?
It's a warm day. Probably didn't want to push her horse too hard. Oh, before I forget, if you see her before I do, tell her this fella came looking for her.
Wait, what fellow?
Come on. Move it. All right, that's far enough.
You touch me, and I swear I'll kill you.
Really now?
If I don't, you're gonna have to kill me. Either way, you won't get your damn money.
No. You don't understand. You're gonna get the money for me. It's been a long time, Louise. You were nothing but a frightened little girl back then. Remember? You're all grown up, Louise. Well, you may be a grown woman now, but inside you're still a frightened little girl, right?
This is for Charlotte.
Charlotte killed herself. I had nothing to do with it.
Not Cal.
You're not gonna shoot me. You don't have it in you.
No? How's it feel having someone else in control? Afraid? I think you're real afraid. You should be. How's it feel, Wicks? You like it? Damn you, answer me. Do you like it?
No!
Get out of here, kid.
Why? So you can murder him?
Maybe. Take care of him, kid.
You see, I got shot this one time. And my friend Teaspoon, he mixed up this salve of horse liniment, gunpowder, and mountain water. And it stopped the bleeding just like that. We don't have any liniment, but this ought to work just fine. Don't smell half as bad, neither. You like Teaspoon? He's in Rock Creek, where I'm going. At least you'll be getting to where you're going soon, huh? Yeah, you'll be around folks who can take care of you a lot better than me. Well, all right. Now, Bill, this here is gonna sting a little bit, but I'm sure that you... Bill? Bill?
You may not have shot Miss Rowan, but you caused enough trouble to be my guest for a while. Bring him in, kid.
Travis!
I only knew her a few days, but I loved Charlotte. Her laugh, the way she'd look at me. She made me feel special. I'd never felt that way before. I could have helped her get over her past. Wicks didn't give us a chance.
She told you?
Not in so many words, but I knew. I loved her for who she was, not where she came from. I pray to God she knew that.
I think she did.
Kid!
Hey.
Hey. Mind if I join you?
Sure.
Ready to talk now?
You don't have to.
I want to.
I'm ready to listen.
Who are you?
A friend. His friend.
He was my son.
I'm sorry.
You honor him by returning him to his people.
Well, he saved my life. What was his name?
Mach, Yakshi. Red Sky, in your words.
Red Sky. My name's Hickok. James Hickok.
Safe journey, James Hickok.
Thank you. Excuse me. What song is that?
Cola, with you, Chile. A song of friendship, in your words.
Friendship.
The oppressed await deliverance, Nathan! We must not fail them!
Let's go.
Come here! It's over now. You're free. It's time to go. Let's go to the wagon.
Thank you.
Don't do me like this.
Good, you haven't left yet. Actually, I've been gone an hour. Why?
Teaspoon's got a special dispatch for Kansas City. I figured you could use the company.
Well, it's all right. You don't have to.
I want to.
Look, kid, this ain't no big thing. Just going to see my sister is all.
Becoming an uncle for the first time ain't a big deal?
No.
Huh. Well, what's this?
Give me. All right, you can go. Just hurry up before we get any more interruptions.
Jimmy. Damn. You going someplace?
What do you guys want?
Well, we didn't think it was right for you to leave without saying a proper goodbye.
All right, well, you did it, so if you don't mind...
Jimmy,
we need...
What?
Rachel knit a little blanket for the baby. One side's pink and the other side's blue for whichever way it turns out. And I got something for you, too. It's in case you get thirsty along the way.
I'll be sure to share it with the kid.
Look at that. Jimmy Hickok. Fastest bottle in the West.
That's just Uncle Jimmy.
In a few hours, you will take the long journey north. And very soon, the righteous war we are about to enter will spread across this great land until all of us stand again in freedom and equality. God bless.
God bless you.
And have mercy on us all. Are the children in any condition to travel?
Most of them. This girl has a fever.
Perhaps she should stay behind.
It's more important she be with her mother.
And if she infects the others?
If she hasn't by now, she won't. Isaiah, don't worry. I'll have her ready.
Very well. Thank you, Rosemary.
You must be real proud to be his wife. He's a great man.
Yes, he is.
What is it?
Kansas. Can't believe I'm back in Kansas.
You ever stopped here before?
No, but I don't see anybody refuse a man water for his horse.
Yeah, well, don't be so sure about that.
Jimmy, I know this is Kansas, but it can't be that crazy. Let's take a look. Doesn't look like anybody's home.
Ain't crazy, huh?
Who are you? What do you want?
Just Pony Express riders, ma'am. I'm headed to Kansas City. He's headed to Leavenworth.
You ain't here to take Calvin?
Who's he, ma'am?
We just want water for our horses, ma'am. We'll be on our way if that's too much trouble.
Calvin?
Morning.
You want to water your horses, go ahead. But you ain't taking Calvin here.
Whatever you say, man.
This away.
Ain't right folks telling you how to live your life and then shooting if you don't see things the same way.
I agree with you, ma'am.
Well, when they've had their fill, Calvin will rub them down.
You don't have to do that, ma'am.
Just 'cause humankind's gone to hell in a handbasket don't mean dumb animals have got to suffer. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got work to do.
Well, if she don't beat all.
Miss Lee's is a good woman.
You two work this place all alone?
Do now. Family's over there. Her husband, 3 sons, a brother, and their wives. Flu took the women. Abolitionists got the men. Me and her buried them all.
Pardon my asking, but Kansas is a free state now. Why don't you just leave?
What for? This year's my home. Besides, she needs me.
Jimmy, I don't abide by slavery any more than you do, but what do you think about a fellow like that?
Come on, kid. We're talking about an old man in the middle of the state. About the thousands of people. People who are bought and sold every day. You think they're as happy or as well treated as him?
No, but like she said, it ain't up to the federal government to decide.
Well, then who the hell is it up to?
The way I see it, it's up to the folks closest to you. Your family, your friends, the next farm, the nearest town, like that. What this country doesn't need is a bunch of damn politicians in Washington telling us what to do.
If folks could just live and let live, you'd be right. But it might be too late for that.
Let's just hope it ain't. Well, if Katie's feeling strong, we ought to make Kansas City by tomorrow morning.
Be careful, kid. That's Missouri.
I will. Say hello to Slender for me. Try and stop by on my way back.
All right, good. Thanks for the ride, kid.
You too. Jimmy, even if things do get worse, we'll always be friends.
Jimmy!
Surprise!
Oh, look at you.
Me? Look at you.
Come here.
So, how's life with the Pony Express?
That's all right, I guess. You know, I just can't get over seeing you like that.
Having this baby's gonna be the best thing that ever happened to us. You'll see. At first, Nathan was a little worried because these are such dark times.
Any sign of the coming trouble up your way, Jimmy?
Yeah, it's like a disease. Past couple of months, I ain't hardly been to any place that there ain't some sign of it. So I guess you're still working with the Vigilance Committee, huh?
More than ever. It's getting to the point where I hardly ever see him anymore.
We're doing some real important work. Ever since Mr. Burke got here.
Isaiah Burke?
You know him?
No, I've heard of him, though. They say he's another John Brown.
He's a great man, Jimmy. For the last month alone, we've rescued over 100 slaves. Only lost 2 men.
Sorry I'm late. Little Lucinda was breaking a fever. It took some doing, but I think I persuaded the driver to take her along. Excuse me, I didn't know you were expecting company.
No, I ain't exactly company, just uncle to be.
Rosemary Burke, this is my brother, Jimmy Hickok.
Pleased to meet you.
The pleasure's mine, Mr. Hickok. Celinda's told me all about you.
Uh-oh.
She also told me not to believe everything I hear.
Good. So, you ain't any relation to Isaiah Burke, are you?
He's my husband.
Oh.
I'm happy to inform you that the people we freed today are already heading north, on their way to new lives.
Is that him?
I am equally pleased to announce that our next target will be the slave compound at Crown Point, Missouri.
Excuse me, Mr. Burke. I know that place, and it's heavily guarded.
I'm aware of that.
Well, we're liable to suffer heavy losses.
I refer you to Hebrews 9:22. Without shedding of blood, there is no remission of sin.
And without the shedding of blood, there can be no end to slavery.
I'm afraid Nathan is right, gentlemen. Now, those of you who will be riding with us on Crown Point, please stay. The rest of you may go. Good. I believe that covers everything. It's late. Go home to your wives and families. If they ask you where you've been this evening or where you're going, tell them that your children's children will sleep better for what we've planned here tonight.
Isaiah Burke, I'd like you to meet my brother-in-law, James Butler Hickok.
It's an honor, Mr. Hickok. Although I did not know him well, I admired your late father very much.
Thank you. He's a good man.
He died for the noblest cause of all, the brotherhood and dignity of all men.
The way I remember it, he was stabbed by a drunken slaver. You know, he died in my arms.
Yes. You also have something of a reputation, Mr. Hickok, whether rightly earned or not. Regardless, we could use your help.
I don't think so.
Think about it. This is a rare opportunity to be part of a greater good.
Yeah? And in a couple of days, how many of these men's wives are going to be widows?
Too many, unfortunately. Just give it some thought. In the meantime, perhaps you could lend us some benign assistance. We'll be needing medical supplies. And since many of our members are already living under a veil of suspicion, I would be greatly indebted if you would accompany my wife to the apothecary.
I guess I can do that.
Thank you.
You really think that fella in there believed these were for an orphanage?
Probably not. But I'm sure Isaiah will have his people check him out.
What do you mean, like, which side he's on?
People's lives are at stake here, James. You can't be too careful.
So I gather.
Sorry. You can have the ball back.
Go ahead. Like kids, don't you?
Very much.
Rosemary, I know I don't hardly know you at all, but it sure looks like, I don't know, you and your husband sure seem different, I guess.
Do we? We weren't always. When I met him, he was so heroic. Back then, we believed that if people were only educated, they would recognize the evils of slavery, and change would come peacefully. Hasn't quite worked out that way.
It usually doesn't when you're telling folks they're wrong. So is that why you married him? Because he was a hero?
I fell in love. I'd never met a man like Isaiah before. He was so gentle and kind, thoughtful. We were part of a great and noble cause.
Look, when I was growing up, the cause was all I ever heard about. And, of course, the other side had their cause, too. So I've seen some pretty strange things from both sides. Lately, I can't help wondering how much any cause is worth.
As opposed to what?
Family, living next to your neighbor in peace, things like that.
That'll come someday.
But for someone else, right? Not you.
No. Not me. Not you either, if I'm any judge.
Given the heavy traffic of slaves through this compound, it's very well defended. Warren, when I fire a shot, your men will ride in from behind these trees. Rosemary, on my signal, you'll approach the south gate.
Excuse me, Isaiah. Ain't there some other way of doing this without using your wife?
Mr. Hickok, Rosemary has assisted us twice before. Quite successfully, I might add. Again, I must stress that speed is essential. It's up to you, gentlemen. Any questions?
No, sir.
Good. Let's get started.
Can't you talk him out of this?
Even if I wanted to, I doubt it would be possible. You've got to help me. We were crossing the river. We were attacked. Abolitionists. They wanted to take our slaves. My husband's holding them off, but he's hurt bad and he can't ride.
I'll get Jack with you.
Just a few more minutes. Nathan, get in position to pick her up.
I'll go with him.
Please, you've got to help me. The longer we wait, the less chance they've got.
I'll get some men ready to ride.
Wait. Ma'am, just how many abolitionists did you see?
At least a dozen, maybe more.
And you say this happened down by the bend in the river?
Yes, please, there's no time.
Lady, I've got a work crew down there. If there's trouble, we'd have heard about it. Now, let's go have a little talk with Mr. Sutton. Double the watch.
Get her.
Jimmy, no! Keep doing, you'll ruin everything! Mr. Hickok, because of your foolishness, Warren and his men will die today. There's nothing we can do for them now. We failed. Let's go. Now.
So.
When he gets ready to travel, I'll take him on home.
Tell your sister I'll come by to pray with her later.
Praying's fine, but I think a doctor would be a better idea right now, don't you?
I'm sorry we can't take that chance.
We gotta talk.
There is nothing to talk about, Mr. Hickok. What happened this morning was most unfortunate. But it's over now. All that matters is that we regroup.
I don't believe you. We could have just been looking at Nathan and Rosemary in a grave, and all you can talk about is regrouping.
These are merely the opening salvos of what promises to be a long and bloody war. And unless I'm mistaken, wars usually entail casualties.
And what if Rosemary's one of them?
She'll be mourned by no one more than myself, I can assure you. Mr. Hickok, it was your heroics which doomed us to failure.
You will not put that on me. We were undermanned from the start. You know it. You know what I don't understand? Is how you can use your wife and just sit there as they take her off.
We would have gotten her out, but instead you roused the whole camp and made success impossible, at least for today.
What do you mean today?
I mean that we will have to try again.
Oh, that's crazy. They'll be waiting for you out there.
Not necessarily. I have a contact inside, named Edwards. He'll leak the word that Warren and his men were all we had. Meanwhile, I will muster replacements.
So you already got a bloodbath. Now you just want another one.
Hickok, if you don't believe that the lives of 30 of our black brothers and sisters are worth the sacrifice, I will have to ask you to leave and never speak of today's events again.
How's he doing?
He's almost asleep. I'm gonna get some more water.
Messed up pretty good, didn't we? You mean me, don't you? Don't worry, you'll get another chance. Seems old Isaiah's bound and determined to make a martyr out of himself. And just about anyone else who's fool enough to go along with him.
What are you talking about?
He's planning another raid on Crown Point.
When?
A couple days, I think.
I better yell it fast.
Come on, Nathan, think about this. You and Celinda got a little one coming. Don't you think that child deserves a father?
We have to take chances in the cause of liberty.
I don't believe this. Well, get some rest. You're gonna need it.
What's he talking about, Nathan?
Nothing. We're committed to Isaiah Burke. If you don't share that commitment, you'd best leave.
Nathan!
It's between me and Jimmy, honey.
I wanted to thank you for coming after me this morning. I was afraid you might leave before I got the chance.
Well, a lot of people have been telling me to, that's for sure.
Don't hate Isaiah, James.
Rosemary, I don't hate Isaiah. I just, feel more sorry for him.
Why?
Because he doesn't appreciate you. Tell me something. When was the last time Isaiah told you that he loved you?
Those things aren't important anymore.
To him or to you? Come on, you're the one who said he wasn't always like this. Won't you tell me what happened?
We had a son. We were living in Boston. When Michael was 6 months old, there was an influenza epidemic. Isaiah was in New York at a vigilance meeting. He never forgave himself, changed him.
I'm sorry.
Not changed, please. I'm already ashamed of myself.
For what?
For what I feel when I'm around you. I'm sorry I shouldn't have said that.
Why not? It's human.
I don't know what's happening to me. I came here to thank you for saving my life, and I also wanted to see you again. I know it's wrong, but I don't want you to leave.
I ain't leaving.
You know you don't have to do this. No one will think any less of you.
I know.
Jimmy, please tell him not to go.
Tried, Celinda. But he won't listen.
I have to, honey. This is what we've been working for all this time. You know that. And I promise, when our baby takes its first breath, I'm gonna be there, okay? We better go.
James, be careful.
Jimmy!
Kid. What are you doing here?
Well, I got these in Kansas City, and I figured I'd deliver them myself, and we'd ride back together.
This here's my brother-in-law, Nathan.
How do you do?
Look.
Thanks. Rosemary, give these to Celinda, would you please?
Is there something wrong?
Come on, Jimmy. Isaiah's waiting.
Isaiah Burke?
Be back in a few hours, kid. We'll talk then.
You're riding with him, aren't you?
What if I am?
Jimmy?
It's all right, Nathan. Isaiah's doing some important work, kid.
Jimmy, he's a fanatic like John Brown. Murdered a federal marshal in Kentucky, shot him in the back.
Well, they're killing slaves down south, and they ain't calling that murder. At least he's doing something about it.
Why are you doing this?
Nathan!
Give us away.
No, he won't.
I guess you were right about Kansas all along.
It ain't just about Kansas, kid.
I don't understand it. I thought Jimmy was gonna stay out of this kind of trouble.
Well, being from the South, kid, I know this is hard for you. But lately, staying out of it is getting harder and harder for decent people to do.
Well, maybe. But Isaiah Burke? Man, I know he's your husband, and I'm sorry, but he's a murderer.
Kid!
It's all right, Celinda. It's true. Isaiah did kill that marshal. Would you like to know why? He was going to send a family of 6 runaways back to a living hell in Mississippi. I was there. Isaiah tried arguing with him, but the man wouldn't listen. There was nothing else he could do.
I'll get it.
Nathan here?
He rode over to Seneca a little while ago. Something I can help you with, Marshal?
Well, these soldiers here got word that he might be part of the vigilance committee that's giving aid to Isaiah Burke.
I just got here. But I'll let you know if I hear anything.
How about we take a look for ourselves?
It's all right, Sergeant. I know these folks. They wouldn't be involved in something like that.
Thank you.
So, Linda, as soon as Nathan gets back, you're gonna have to leave here.
If he gets back.
You're a brave man, Mr. Edwards. But I know you're working for Isaiah Burke. Why don't you tell me? When is he coming back?
You know, Isaiah, I can't seem to figure you out.
What's to understand, Mr. Hickok?
Why, man, so much to live for seems so bent on dying.
Is that how you see me?
It's true, ain't it?
Perhaps. Rosemary thinks quite highly of you.
She's quite a woman. Very fortunate.
Yes. Yes, I suppose I am.
She told me how you used to be a pacifist. What happened?
History.
History? Or was it a little boy named Michael? Wasn't your fault.
Mr. Hickok, the failure of our last raid, that was not your fault either. I don't know if I would have had the courage to do what you did.
Yeah, you would.
As he died to make men holy, let us fight to make them free.
Something's wrong.
Edwards?
Go back!
It's a trap! Get out of here!
Save yourself! Get out of here!
Don't shoot! That's Burke. I want him alive. Nathan! I'm going to get Isaiah.
No, you're not.
God, what happened?
We didn't stand a chance. They were waiting for us.
Isaiah?
He's alive, but they got him. I'm sorry. Kid, what are you doing here?
Federal troops came right after you left. They were looking for Nathan. Jimmy, they think he's working for the Vigilance Committee. It's only a matter of time before they come back.
What about Celinda? Is she all right?
Don't worry, Nathan. She's safe with the Colberts.
What are you gonna do?
Wait until dusk. And I'm going back. Get him out of there.
By yourself?
No, I'm going with him.
Michael? Well, well, well. What have we here? Looks like old Daniel got himself caught in the lion's den. Son, that there's Mr. Isaiah Burke. He's a real important person. Figures God gave him the right to teach the rest of us how to live. Go on, take a look at him. Tomorrow, we're gonna hang him till he's dead, while 10,000 Missourians look on and cheer. Come on, son.
Why are you doing this?
Because, why else?
Jimmy, if you don't get him out...
Don't worry, we'll get him out. Come on.
Would you look at that? Well, that's pretty as a picture. Of course, this time tomorrow, they'll all be heading back to their rightful homes. Big plantation, somewhere down around Baton Rouge. Funny, ain't it? What brings men like you and me together?
Hi there.
Good evening. Who are...
When those Yankee friends of yours get to seeing what we're gonna do with you tomorrow, maybe they'll finally understand that we can no longer tolerate being part of any union that regards a man like you as some kind of hero. Personally, I'm looking forward to it.
One sound and you're dead.
Isaiah, are you all right?
I think so. The keys are up by the lantern.
God, what have they done to him?
Come on, let's get you out of here. Kid. Oh, go ahead. Watch him.
What are you laughing at? I'm just wondering how you figuring on getting out of here.
Don't you worry, we'll figure out something. Isaiah!
Go ahead. Shoot. You won't get 10 feet past that door.
It doesn't matter.
Isaiah!
I'm sorry.
Papa?
Over here, son.
Woke up, didn't know where you were. Papa, why is that man pointing a gun at you?
Isaiah? Don't do this. Please.
Get rid of the boy.
Go on back to the house, son. Go on. I'll be along in a minute.
You get them. I'll take care of them.
Now listen to me. You're all free to go, but you're on your own.
Someone's coming.
Isaiah! Oh my God. What have they done to you? Nathan, help him down. Careful. You're okay.
Rosemary, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
What for?
Not being there when you needed me. And Michael.
It's all right, Isaiah. It's all right.
How's your head?
Did you have to hit me so hard?
Look, Nathan. If they've linked you up with Isaiah, you know it's only gonna be a matter of time before they come back.
I know. The committee's got safe houses all through the state. We'll move as soon as we get back.
All right, well, you let me know where you are, because I want to know when that baby comes.
You sure you don't want to join up with us?
Maybe one day, if folks don't come to their senses. Meanwhile, I'd just as soon deliver the mail. Give Celinda my love, all right?
Jimmy. Thanks.
You bet.
You're leaving.
Yeah. There's too much fighting going on around here.
James, if things had been different.
Don't say it. Just promise me one thing, all right?
Anything.
As soon as Isaiah gets healed up, make sure he takes you dancing or something.
Promise.
Good. Bye, Rosemary.
James. I'll never forget you.
Sure you will.
Jimmy, we got a problem.
Yeah, what's that?
Fastest way home's through Kansas.
Oh, yeah? Well, anything beats Missouri.
Xin chào mọi người, đến với video ngày hôm nay mình sẽ hướng dẫn mọi người làm một chiếc móc khóa búp bê hình nhân vật anime Gojo Satoru nha. Và len mình sử dụng để làm là màu trắng, màu da và màu đen. Bây giờ thì mình cùng bắt đầu làm nha. Trước tiên thì mình sẽ hướng dẫn mọi người làm phần chân của búp bê Gojo Satoru nha. Mình sẽ sử dụng len màu đen. Sau đó tạo một vòng tròn ma thuật. Tiếp theo mình móc vào vòng tròn ma thuật này 6 mũi móc đơn nha. 2 3 Sau khi đã móc được 6 mũi móc đơn thì mình sẽ rút len. Sau đó là móc vào chân mũi đầu tiên, một mũi trượt để kết hàng nha. Tiếp theo lên hàng móc thứ hai, mình sẽ móc 6 mũi móc tăng ở hàng móc này nha. Mỗi chân mũi thì mình móc 2 mũi móc đơn để tạo thành một mũi móc tăng nha. Và mình sẽ lặp lại trên 6 chân mũi. Sau khi đã móc xong được 6 mũi móc tăng thì mình kết hàng. Sau đó đến đây thì mình đổi màu len nha. Mình sẽ đổi sang len màu xanh đậm. Sau đó tiếp tục móc lên hàng móc thứ 3. Ở hàng móc thứ 3 thì mình móc là 12 mũi móc đơn nha. Và khi móc thì mình sẽ nẹp phần len thừa phía sau. Ở hàng móc này thì mỗi chân mũi mình móc một mũi móc đơn. Và cứ thế lặp lại cho đến cuối hàng nha. Đến đây thì mình sẽ cắt bớt phần len màu đen. Sau đó tiếp tục móc nha. Mình cứ móc mỗi chân mũi là một mũi móc đơn như thế này nha. Sau khi đã móc xong được 12 mũi móc đơn thì mình móc vào chân mũi đầu tiên một mũi trượt để kết hàng nha. Sau đó là tiếp tục lên hàng móc thứ 4. Ở hàng móc thứ 4 mình móc 12 mũi móc đơn. Công thức là tương tự với lại hàng móc thứ 3 nha. Mỗi chân mũi mình móc một mũi móc đơn và lặp lại cho đến cuối hàng. Ở hàng móc này thì mình sẽ không tăng và cũng không giảm mũi. Mỗi chân mũi mình móc một mũi móc đơn. Và sau khi móc xong được hàng móc thứ 4 thì mình kết hàng. Sau đó là lên hàng móc thứ 5. Ở hàng móc thứ 5 thì mình sẽ thực hiện với công thức giống với hai hàng móc trước nha. Mình sẽ móc 12 mũi móc đơn ở hàng móc này. Và sau khi được móc xong được 12 mũi móc đơn thì mình sẽ móc vào chân mũi đầu tiên một mũi trượt để kết hàng. Và như vậy là mình đã làm xong phần chân đầu tiên của búp bê Gocho Satoru rồi nha.